me Nicki Minaj is divorcing her husband, Mr. Penn.
You're in pain. Then one day, it comes out a beautiful baby boy.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. So this video we want to talk about Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj has gotten everybody worried, and there's a speculation going on that Nicki Minaj and her husband Kenneth Petty are getting a divorce, and this is due to some of the posts that Nicki Minaj did on social media that has gotten all the Barbz worried and even other people really concerned about her health and even her relationship. So Nicki Minaj went on to post a message on TikTok, on Twitter. She went on to post a message on Twitter to say new single, like single, and they just got a lot of people really speculating that, you know what, probably it's a new album, probably something new is dropping, because we all know Nicki Minaj is on tour in Europe and even in the UK. And a couple of weeks ago there was an incident where the authorities there kind of arrested her and all that, but that's not what we're talking about. But after that message was posted, Nicki Minaj posted a story on Instagram that got everybody talking, and I need you guys to see this video because it was really worrisome. Me even watching it, I was just like, hope she's okay, hope she's fine, because she looks really stressed out. I don't want to assume what I'm not 100% confirm or sure, but she looks really stressed out. She looks like she has been crying. It looks like she took some things, but she was not herself at all, and she was just talking about how it is and just reminiscing on her son and all that. And also she also did a speech on one of her tours, and some of the things she was saying there just got a lot of people just really speculating that this is the end of the relationship, especially the fact that Nicki Minaj's husband is a pedo, and they just got a lot of people really talking. But I need you guys, let's just see Nicki Minaj, this video that Nicki Minaj posted that got everybody talking and everybody worried, and then we'll come back and talk more.
And then one day, they're yelling, push. You're in pain. Then one day, it comes out a beautiful baby boy. To God be the glory. Congratulations to every mama out there. You're doing a great job. In case no one's told you that, you're doing a great job.
I'd rather be not with some person in my face all day, but having a secret life and a sneaky life behind my back. And if you've ever felt love and then it left, let it. Because there's something way more beautiful waiting in store for you.
I want to know what you think about this video down in the comment section, because these are the videos that's gotten a lot of people speculating that, you know what, Nicki Minaj is getting a divorce. But the first video of Nicki Minaj crying, for me that video was, personally, it's scary. If I see that video of any of my friends or anybody I know, I'll be really worried about her. But this just really got a lot of people talking, and I have a lot to say, and I know you have a lot to say about this video and the conversation that is going on. But this also got a lot of people talking, so we're going to check out people's thoughts on it. But also I want to know what you think about this. What's going on with Nicki Minaj? What do you think is going on with her? Go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Okay, love to know what you think. But let's go check out what people have to say. But before we get into people's thoughts, please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? This is the perfect time for you to smash the subscribe button, because your girl posts video every single day and we have banging conversation here. So go ahead and subscribe. So let's go check out people's thoughts on this. Then I'll come back and share more of my thoughts. Okay, but go down and share yours down in the comment section.
Years ago, when Nicki Minaj started dating that offender, a lot of her OG fans, was a fan since high school, were like, whoa, that's really deep, okay? I need you to back that up. Fast forward, she's married and having his child, and if you want to believe the blind items and her erratic behavior these past couple of days, the tweets, the videos on stage saying love ain't doing nothing for me, he's been dogging her. But remove him being an offender, which sounds weird, but just stay with me. Besides the huge red flag that he was a registered offender, he had nothing going on for his life other than being married to the Nicki Minaj. Her legacy will always be stained by that, and I hate that for her. However, these big accounts that are scrolling, like you could scroll through, that are asking, we love you, Nicki, we should support Nicki, you should have some empathy, scroll down, and they were celebrating the deep fake of Megan that got released a couple of days ago. Mind you, when that deep fake got released of Taylor, they stopped Twitter. You could not search Taylor's name. They arrested that man, rightfully so, quickly. Because it is a big deal, it's jarring, and it's awful. It's the same people that were making fun of Meg for things that she could not control. One, two, having that awful image released into the world. To now, clamoring behind Nicki in her time of need. And I'm comparing these two specifically because you can scroll down and see on these different pages that's what they were rejoicing 2 days ago, and the switch up is just so evident. She's responsible for that stain on her legacy. It will always be there. I just hope she leaves him, and I hope Barbz acknowledge how they played a part in this too, even though she's a grown woman who made her own choice.
So Nicki Minaj is getting a divorce? I used to be a Nicki fan, and then I wasn't. And then I became a fan again, and then she got married to this dude, and I stopped being a fan because her husband was like the gutter. It really makes me wonder, in comparison to all of his crimes, what did he do to ruin this relationship? What did he do? I remember the photo shoots with his ankle bracelet and him not being able to go out to certain places and things because of his, you know what I'm saying. He's got to check in wherever they live and can't travel outside the country without. What's your attachment to people who commit these crimes? Like, what do you have in common with them? You know what I mean? I don't get it. I will never get it. I will never get it. It made me look at her sideways, for real. Anyway, I hope this divorce helps her take the first step in the right direction to changing her life for her and her kids. Happiness, peace, none of that toxic, weird stuff that she was into. I hope she changes everything because we all deserve happiness, right? Real, true happiness.
I just want to send love and light to Nicki Minaj this morning. Nicki, we love you. We support you. I know how it is to experience heart pain. I seen your post. I don't know exactly what it means, but to see you on IG and clearly see you going through some emotional pain is really hurtful because, sis, you helped so many people come out of the holes that they were in. I hope you know that the Lord gave you Papa Bear, girl, so that you don't have to seek unconditional love from no man on earth ever again. That baby was the Lord's blessing for you to have unconditional love. And if things are not working out in your personal life, sis, that's okay. Because sometimes people come to us when we are broken. My mom literally got married to a man when my aunt passed away. When her sister, baby sister, passed away, this man came in her life, and just thinking that he could help her heal, she married him. And then 2-3 years later, she realized he was not the one. I'm not saying that's what's going on in your relationship, sis, but I know you've gone through a lot of emotional pain with your father passing away and people like that in your life, and this man coming in and you thinking that he's here to support you and love on you, and sometimes a couple years later you realize, nah, this ain't right either. And if that's the case, that's okay, because guess what? You still are who you are. You have a blessing out of that relationship, which is Papa Bear, and Papa Bear gonna ride for you for the rest of your life. I just pray that you know your worth. You know how much we love you, and you know that this too is a moment that you shall get through. Have a good day.
We're still in the rumor phase of this, but I want to preface by saying divorce is not a moral failure. Okay? And this is kind of directed at the hotties and Barty gang, but it's really for the Barbz too. Okay? But this specific part is for Cardi B and Meg fans who have been getting on the internet and basically insulting Nicki for what they consider to be a failed marriage. Okay, number one, some of y'all parents is divorced. Okay, so let's keep that into perspective. Number two, some of y'all parents never even got married. You're a little bastard. And that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm telling you, extend that grace, okay? Because that marriage may or may not work. This is not confirmed that she's getting a divorce. I just wanted us to talk about it. Regardless if that marriage works or not, okay? People who are divorced, people who have never been married, people who are in happy marriage, I think the line is straight across. And I'm really actually seeing this with Barty Gang, but I am bringing Meg's fans up because Barbz, you misbehaved last week. And when the deep fake of Meg came out, you dragged it. So now they're talking about Niki. The Stan Wars is what really, really gets us. Okay. That's besides the point. Okay. So hypothetically, this is what I really want to talk about. Hypothetically, if Niki is getting a divorce, this might be her redemption. Okay. Barbz already loved Niki, but we can probably get Niki back into the mainstream. Let's start with some of the Cardi fans who were actually Barbz, who decided not to be Niki fans once she married Kenneth because of his prior history. We might get some of those people back. Okay, that's really good. And also, I think she's going to give us, no shade to Beyonce, she's going to give us her version of Lemonade. The little cryptic message that she left on her Instagram about being a mother, you can tell there's a lot of hurt in there, but there's also a lot of love. Even when she said at the concert, you know, saying that being in love was probably one of the worst things for her. If she comes out and actually puts together a whole project that encompasses her relationship with Kenneth and her time as a mother, even though being a mother's forever, but the time she's been a mother since 2020, and the end is actually what we expect, because Lemonade caught us off guard. We were hoping at the end of Lemonade, you done did all that hooting and hollering and busting windows out, you know, don't hurt yourself, hold up. And then at the end, you're over here talking about, we build sandcastles. And I love Beyonce. Beyonce's my top 2, okay? Beyonce's my top 2, might be my number 1, okay? But what I'm saying is, if she comes out and really expresses that side of her, it can really shake things up. And I've never been a fan of Kenneth Petty. Like I said, I feel like there was a reason she married him, and I feel like it was more for the vanity of it. Of course, he offered protection, and he was kind of that gangster dude. That's not going to hold up much longer, okay? Mm-hmm. I know he's a red wearing member.
Really?
The Barbz are more dangerous. If this divorce turns out to be true, he needs to watch his back, because the most unsuspected, flaming, random, pink wearing wig Barb is going to smack him off guard. People broke into jail in Turkey to get Niki Minaj, not Turkey, wherever the hell she was at, to get her out. So I believe that he is not safe on these streets, right? But back to it. I really hope that, because this is hard, she still has about a month and a half worth of shows for the summer, and then comes back in September. I really hope mentally she's going to be able to get through this time. Now, let's say she's not getting a divorce and she just drops a new single. We dragged it. Okay, we really dragged it. But I hope she does see that the people actually do care about her, regardless of the Stan Wars. Your mental health is very important as an artist. And one thing we can honestly say about Niki is she doesn't run in those circles. And you know what circles I'm talking about. She doesn't run in those circles, which is why she's revered and she's respected. Even though she does a lot of crazy off-the-wall things, we know she's not doing that type of stuff. You know what I'm talking about? So, anyway, long story short, divorce is not a bad thing. It's not always a bad thing. We need to get that out of our heads. We need to not use it to insult women. That is literally insane, okay? We just need to send our well wishes up to Niki at this time, whatever it is. It could literally just be homesickness. But y'all, stop. That's bad. Y'all are on y'all bad behavior.
Tell me it's so. Tell me Nicki Minaj is divorcing her husband, Mr. Petty. I mean, I ain't up for breaking up a happy family, but if you ain't happy, baby, and you ain't happy with that man, go. I mean, I'm not the only one that thought when they got together, it was like the downfall of Nicki for a good man. I mean, this man can't even travel out the country with you. And every time y'all move, he's got to check in, literally, to a list. I mean, Kenneth Petty has become like the butt of all Nicki Minaj's hits. And I mean hits towards her. People being shady towards her. Yes, single. Does that mean you dropping a new single? I mean, that could mean that too. You could be dropping a single for everybody to get ready. I don't know what this means, y'all. Does anybody else have any tea on this? Because if Nicki Minaj is divorcing Kenneth Petty, I'm okay with it. I'm all for it. I didn't really like him for her anyways, but they do have a child together, so let's think about that. Are you dropping a single or are you dropping him? Inquiring minds would like to know. This shit is confusing, baby, and I don't want to put out the wrong information. So can all my Barbz check in? Is Nicki dropping a single or is she dropping Kenneth Petty? Inquiring minds would like to know.
I already seen it and I already teared up. I don't like what I'm seeing. I get it in the beginning when like she tweeted the tweet like, yes, single. I thought it was like, you know, we was all like, ooh, yeah, but like that story specifically is very alarming. And I don't want to, and this is going to be the only video I even make speaking about that situation. I'm not about to make a bunch of content giving my takes on my interpretations, anything regarding Nicki's potential divorce and division of her family. It's very clear that Nicki is going through something, and I ask that any Barb who follows me, any of my content creator Barbs, please do not exploit this. I'm begging y'all, actually. Please don't exploit this. Like, I would hope that y'all are not that hungry for a Twitter check, for a TikTok check, for engagements to exploit her situation. You feel what I'm saying? I would just hope that y'all have enough compassion and love for that woman like y'all say y'all do to not make this about you getting the most views or getting Twitter money. Like, please, please. I have no videos to make about Nicki's situation. I hope that the people who said they wasn't going to speak on people's personal affairs don't have a fucking video to make, a thing to say when it comes to Nicki and this, as this is her real life and we're watching a potentially traumatic situation play out in front of our face. If anybody who's a real Nicki fan can see that story and knows exactly what's going on. And I could go in detail on exactly what's going on, but if you know, you know. All I want for us as a fan base to do though is to like respect her in certain ways and not get into certain spats about certain shit. And when she's going through certain shit, we don't exploit it to make content or tweets, you know, and also just mature in the things we give our attention to, because I have my moments too, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I have to say about this yes single situation. Like, I have nothing else to say.
Okay, I want to know what you think about this. So do you think Nicki is dropping a new single, or do you think she's dropping a husband? I want to know your own take on this. And what do you think about the IG video she dropped on IG, and also a rant on her tour? Because that's not just the only rant. There was a couple ones she did. She talked about how love did nothing for her. So please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful as always, okay? You guys know how we do it here on this channel. We're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So feel free to share your opinion, but let's be respectful about it. So here's my own thought on this, is that I have so much to not directly pushing out onto Nicki Minaj and all that, but I feel like Nicki Minaj is going through a lot of things. I feel like she's going through a lot of emotions, and I feel like it's not that I feel like there's something wrong when it comes to our relationship. And me sharing this video is not so that we all call kiki kaka on Nicki Minaj and all that. I just feel like I share this type of video because we women, we can learn from this, we can have conversation of this. Because a few years ago when Nicki Minaj got with her husband, a lot of people were warning her, a lot of people were calling her out on it. Even there was a lot of jokes that was going on all over the world on social media, even among her peers and even among her fans, even divided her fans, that some people stopped being her fans because of just that. But she would not listen. And there's one thing we always talk about here on this channel, is talking about how women should be very intentional about how they navigate their life. And one thing I will always stand for: the person you choose to share your life with, not even have kids with. Having kids is a different level of it, but when you choose to share your life with, will navigate how your life is going to turn out, and certain things that's going to come out of your life. And then when you have kids with that person, it just changes everything, because you're going to deal with that person for the rest of your life. So when a woman is in love, especially when you see people in love, in new relationship or in relationship, they think it's working. A lot of women are usually clouded by the fantasy, the promises, rather than watching and looking at the act, the person's action. Because sometimes some people get into relationship and they act it up, they present themselves a certain way they are not, and then later when the scales start falling off, you start seeing them for who they are. But one thing I just want to tell ladies is that always keep an eye, like always look and squint when you're in a relationship. Don't be just too emotional, too oblivious to a lot of things, and be hoo ha 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 and just be all lovey-dovey with the fairy tale, and you're not really looking or doing your due diligence, or be very logical. One thing about some women, not a lot, so not every woman, but some women they're not logical. They're very, very emotional. They will do it how they feel and all that. And I'm that person. I'm a very emotional person. I move with my feelings, but also I try as much as possible to move logically, especially when it comes to dealing with men, relationship, and even just relationship with people in general. I try to move very logically, because when people show you who they are and what they are, a lot of the times when we want to be in a relationship or in a friendship so bad, we'll make excuses for those people's behavior or what they are showing us or what we are saying. We'll make excuses for them, that we almost become blind to it, and we don't want to accept that side that we're saying about this person. We don't want to accept it, and we usually shake it off. But the truth is that no matter how much you shake those things off, it will always surface in that relationship, in that friendship, and you will still have to deal with it. So it's better you deal with it now and there, like deal with it there. And so when people talk about no, Nicki Minaj saw some of the things, not even just her, but generally, if a lot of us, if we look back at our relationship, our friendship that have gone south, we saw the signs at the early age. We kind of avoided it. We kind of ignored it. We kind of hope for the best type of situation. So it's not as if I'm laughing at her or not. I just feel like a lot of women will learn, especially women in love, women that say, oh, I'm in a good relationship and all that. I'm not saying nobody can be in a good relationship. Like I always tell you guys here, I'm in a relationship for 20 years now, going to 21 years, married for almost 11 years. I'm not saying you cannot have good relationship. What I'm saying is that when you are pushing things aside, rather than being logical, you're being more emotional and believing so much on the fantasy rather than seeing what is in front of you and dealing what is in front of you. It just makes it more messy, and then you get your feelings hurt, and then you find yourself, you already have a baby on it, and it becomes really messy. So I really want to know what you guys think about this entire conversation and Nicki Minaj situation. Just share your thoughts, but don't be disrespectful. But also, like the other sister was saying, a lot of people usually shame women that decided to walk away from relationship or marriages that is no longer serving them. And I feel like that is not a flex for anybody to do that, to kind of laugh a woman for making mistake, or a relationship is not working, she walks out of it. And somewhere, like, I usually refer to my culture, my society, because it's something I see a lot. A lot of people in my culture, in my society, have been in relationship, in marriages that does not serve them, just because they are ashamed, they are embarrassed of how people are going to treat them, how people are going to perceive them, because a lot of people see it as being a failure. You failed in life and all that. And I just want to say to any woman that's going through it, you are not a failure if you feel like that relationship no longer serves you, and that relationship doesn't make you be a better person of yourself, doesn't make you be a higher person of yourself, and you feel like you should leave. I pray God give you that strength to pick up your bag and leave. You'll be fine. People will talk, they will forget in a minute. Just look out for yourself, make decisions that serve you as a person. Put yourself first in everything. There's one thing I always say, nobody's going to take care of you but you, so put yourself first, okay? So anyway, I want to know your own take down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. As always, here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So feel free to share your opinion, but be respectful about it, okay? So don't forget to share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead, share your thoughts, because love to read from you guys as always. I've not been able to reply to a lot of comments through my recent videos. Guys, bear with me. Life is life, and your girl is going through it, but we're pulling through it. So please, bear with me, but I will still go ahead and read a lot of this comment later on. So go ahead and share your thought. Like I said, share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because we have banging conversation. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting this channel and this girl. Yeah, with that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.